would notice. In a world where art meets ambition and greed, where the line between law and crime is often blurred, one heist will take us on a journey across continents and through time. Our story begins over 2,000 years ago in the ancient world of the 1st century BC. Picture this. The powerful Roman general Mark Antony, one of history's most famous figures, stands before the equally legendary Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt. Their love story is one for the ages, and to honor their union, Antony presents Cleopatra with a gift like no other, a set of 3 bejeweled eggs. These eggs are not just symbols of wealth and power, they are masterpieces, crafted with unparalleled skill and imbued with the mystique of ancient civilization. But as history would have it, these priceless artifacts were lost to time. The story of the eggs faded into legend, and for over 2 millennia, their whereabouts remained a mystery. That is, until 1907, when a farmer in the countryside of Italy stumbled upon 2 of these magnificent treasures, hidden away and forgotten. Yet the 3rd egg, the one that completed the set, remained elusive, a prize that many sought, but none could find. Fast forward to the present day, where our modern tale begins in the bustling city of Rome. The Eternal City, with its ancient ruins and rich history, is home to the Museo Nazionale di Castel Sant'Angelo, where one of the remaining eggs is proudly displayed. But even in a fortress built to withstand the test of time, this priceless artifact isn't safe from the grasp of the world's most cunning criminals. Enter John Hartley, an FBI profiler known for his sharp mind and unyielding determination. Hartley is no ordinary agent, his reputation precedes him. And when it comes to high-stakes cases involving the world's most notorious thieves, he's the one to call. As Hartley steps into the museum, his eyes scan the scene with practiced precision. He's not alone. Accompanying him is Interpol agent Urvashi Das, a formidable force in her own right. Together, they are on the trail of one man, Nolan Booth. Nolan Booth, the name alone strikes fear into the hearts of museum curators and art collectors around the world. Booth is more than just an art thief. He's a master of his craft, a man with a deep passion for history and a talent for making the impossible possible. His heists are legendary, his methods ingenious, and his escapes nothing short of miraculous. But Booth isn't just in it for the money. It's the thrill of the chase, the intellectual challenge, and the chance to cement his legacy as the world's greatest art thief that drives him. As the story unfolds, Booth executes a daring heist, managing to steal the egg right from under the noses of the museum's top security. His plan is meticulous, his movements precise, and by the time anyone realizes the egg is gone, Booth is already halfway across the world. But Booth's victory is short-lived. The one thing he didn't count on was Hartley's relentless pursuit. Booth thinks he's safe, relaxing in his luxurious hideout in Bali, a paradise far removed from the chaos of the heist. But when he walks through the doors of his lavish home, he's greeted not by the silence of victory, but by the stern gaze of John Hartley and the full force of Interpol. In that moment, Booth realizes he's been outplayed. Arrested and shackled, it seems like the end of the road for Booth, until a twist of fate changes everything. Enter Sarah the Bishop Black, a name whispered in the shadows of the criminal underworld. If Booth is the king of art theft, then the Bishop is the queen. Her reputation is built on precision, cunning, and a network of connections that spans the globe. But the Bishop is more than just a rival to Booth. She's an enigma, a ghost that always seems to be one step ahead. And in a move that surprises even the most seasoned of agents, the Bishop steals the egg from Booth and frames Hartley for the crime. The Bishop is a master manipulator, someone who plays the long game, setting traps within traps. She knows how to make others dance to her tune while keeping her own motives hidden. But what drives the Bishop? Is it the thrill of the chase, the allure of priceless art, or something deeper? As the story unfolds, we begin to see that the Bishop's game is far more complex than anyone could have imagined. With Hartley now implicated in the theft, Interpol has no choice but to arrest him. But this is no ordinary arrest. Hartley is sent to a remote Russian prison, a place designed to break even the toughest of souls. And who does he find there, in the cold and desolate cell beside him? None other than Nolan Booth. The irony isn't lost on either man, once enemies, now cellmates, both victims of the Bishop's grand design. In this unlikely alliance, we see the dynamics of 2 very different personalities clash and eventually meld. Hartley, the lawman with a moral compass, and Booth, the rogue thief with a code of his own, must navigate their way through a world where trust is a rare commodity. Hartley, ever the strategist, proposes a plan. If they can escape the prison and bring down the Bishop together, both of them will get what they want. Booth will cement his place as the #1 art thief, and Hartley will clear his name. But escaping a Russian prison is no small feat. The guards are brutal, the conditions harsh, and the odds stacked against them. Yet, in a daring and meticulously planned breakout, Hartley and Booth manage to outwit their captors. The tension is palpable as they navigate through the prison's labyrinthine corridors, each step bringing them closer to freedom or death. As they finally break through to the outside world, the icy winds of Siberia whip across their faces, a harsh reminder of the dangers that still lie ahead. Their next destination is Valencia, Spain, a city known for its art, culture, and, in this case, its secrets. Here, the second egg is in the hands of Sotto Voce, an arms dealer with a reputation for cruelty and a love for all things opulent. Voce's masquerade ball is the perfect cover for a heist, but the stakes are higher than ever. Booth and Hartley must blend in with the elite, moving through the crowd unnoticed, while keeping an eye out for the bishop, who they know won't be far behind. The ball is a scene of decadence, rich fabrics, glittering jewels, and masks that hide more than just faces. As Hartley and Booth make their way to Voce's private vault, the tension is palpable. The vault itself is a fortress, protected by state-of-the-art security systems and guarded by Voce's personal henchmen. But nothing can prepare them for the moment when they come face-to-face with the bishop once more. In the vault, a battle of wits and strength ensues. Booth's agility, Hartley's strategic mind, and the bishop's ruthlessness all collide in a chaotic struggle for the egg. But this is no simple fight, it's a game of chess, with each move calculated to outmaneuver the other. Just when it seems like they might have the upper hand, the bishop reveals her true hand. She isn't alone, she's been working with Voce all along, a partnership built on mutual ambition and greed. Captured and tortured, Hartley and Booth find themselves at the mercy of the bishop and Voce. It's a moment of despair, where hope seems lost and betrayal cuts deep. But even in this dire situation, Booth manages to outsmart them, revealing the supposed location of the third egg in Egypt. It's a desperate gambit, a move that buys them just enough time to escape, but one that leaves them questioning whether they can truly trust each other. But the truth, as Booth soon reveals to Hartley, is far more complex. The third egg isn't in Egypt at all, it's in Argentina, hidden in a secret Nazi bunker. This revelation adds another layer to the story, tying in the dark history of World War II and the infamous Nazi plunder of art and treasures. The bunker, concealed deep within the Argentine jungle, is a relic of a bygone era, filled with Nazi artifacts that serve as grim reminders of a dark chapter in history. As Hartley and Booth make their way through the dense jungle, the air is thick with anticipation. The bunker is a labyrinth of secrets, its walls lined with stolen treasures, and at its heart lies the third egg, untouched for decades. But even in this remote and forgotten place, danger follows them. The bishop arrives, ready to claim the egg, and what follows is a high-stakes showdown that pits cunning against brute force, with history hanging in the balance. But just as they think they have the upper hand, the real twist is revealed. Interpol, led by the relentless Urvashi Das, has tracked them down. The final confrontation is a chaotic clash of wills, with everyone vying for the same prize. Amid the gunfire and chaos, Hartley, Booth, and the bishop manage a narrow escape, speeding away in an antique 1931 Mercedes-Benz, the past and present colliding in a blur of action and adrenaline. As the dust settles, the ultimate betrayal is revealed. Hartley, who had been the stalwart FBI agent throughout the story, is unmasked as a conman, the true mastermind behind the entire heist. And the bishop, she's not just a rival, she's his partner, his lover, and the other half of the criminal duo that orchestrated every twist and turn. The realization hits Booth hard. He's been outplayed, a pawn in a game far bigger than he could have imagined. In the aftermath, Hartley and the bishop deliver the 3 eggs to an Egyptian billionaire, a man who values wealth and status above all else. But in true conman fashion, they double-cross him, setting the stage for Interpol to raid the wedding where the eggs are presented. The scene is one of chaos and irony, as the billionaire, who thought he had everything, is brought down by the very treasures he sought to possess. But the story doesn't end there. 6 months later, Booth, ever the resilient thief, tracks down Hartley and the bishop on a luxurious boat in Sardinia. He's learned from his mistakes, and this time, he's holding the cards. By informing Das about their Cayman Islands account, Booth has frozen their $300 million payout, leaving them with nothing but their wits and the clothes on their backs. But instead of revenge, Booth proposes a new deal, one last heist, one that requires the talents of all 3 to pull off. And so, with red notices issued for each of them, they set their sights on the Louvre in Paris, the next chapter in their ever-evolving story. In Red Notice, we see the thin line between law and crime, where loyalty is fleeting and betrayal is a constant companion. It's a world where the greatest treasures aren't gold or jewels, but the thrill of the chase, the art of deception, and the game of outwitting those who seek to outwit you. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the twists and turns of Red Notice. If you enjoyed this extended narration, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth movie summaries and analyses. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your wits sharp, because in the world of Red Notice, nothing is ever as it seems.